Hello, this is a video to show how to analyze the data from your markbook summary export in KAMAR. So this first screen we're looking at is a markbook summary export. Now if you're in your markbook summary and you click the export button, this is how it will download. But first of all, this one has been made for the whole of a cohort. So this is for a whole year, and you can see that we have several different teachers there. So when you're in KAMAR, if you look at the little symbol, when you're in your markbook summary, the little symbol with the people, and you click on that, and you can just ask to see everybody in year 11, and you'll get the whole list. Now that way you only have to do one download, and then we can arrange it to group it into teachers classes, and then we'll drop them into the other spreadsheet. So where we're aiming with this session is to end up with something like this. So this is the blank markbook with the ethnicity calculations, and this is the example page. So what you can see is I've got here a class with ethnicity, subject, teacher, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 standards completed. Now I've also got the total credits on this one, which I don't think is on the example I'm going to use, but it doesn't matter. If it is there, drop it in. If it isn't there, just make them all blank. Once you've dropped the information into this page for a particular teacher, and then you group by ethnicity, you can drop your Maori students into this bottom table, and it will do similar calculations for you. Okay, and what we're going to end up with is a table like this. So for this teacher, all we'll have to do is we put in the name and the number, and we can see all the standards, and it includes not submitted. So anything which has not got a mark is counted as a not submitted, and it works out the pass rate. Now the colouring is set up on this one to be 85%. So if it's over 85% it's green, if it's below it's red. And the second one is about Maori students on the same standards. And what we've done there is we've got the pass rate, and we've got the difference from this class in their pass rate. There's some instructions there, but I am going to talk you through most of that, so I won't spend much time looking at that. So this is the example page. Class 1 has still got some data in, so you can see where you're going to drop it in, but we're going to paste over there, and then the rest of the classes are empty. The summary page will pick out each standard for each teacher that's got some data in there and drop some numbers in so you can compare class by class. Okay, and that's got the pass rate and the Maori pass rate. So once you've dropped your information in, all those tables will fill themselves out. So I'll just go back to class 1. And you can see that what we've got there, look at the headings you've got there, and that's all we want to come out of the markbook. We're not including names, we're not including NSN numbers, so we're going to go back to a markbook now. This is pretty much what it looks like when it's downloaded from KAMAR. I have deleted some things for so we don't know where this data's from. So there's be an NS number and the names and things like that. So we're going to delete the things we don't need. I'm just going to get rid of names, gender, level, because these are all level 1s, tutor, timetable year. Get rid of those. So that's edit, delete. Don't need the date of birth either. I'm just going to click on that, edit, delete. Now there's two ethnicities. Students can often have more than one ethnicity, but the one we're interested in is usually ethnicity 1. So I'm going to get rid of edit, delete. Okay. So now we've got ethnicity, subject, teacher, and then the standards. Now if I click on these, some of these I don't actually want in this markbook because these are progress results. So there might be some results that are in your markbook that you don't want either. So let's get rid of those too. Let's see what this one is. Progress. So again, that's a progress mark, so it's probably in a different set we don't want. We only want, really this is for monitoring your internals as you go through the year. So we only really want marks which are going to count. I think all of those are going to go in. So they're all internals. This was an end of terms, and this was an end of year summary, so it is pretty much sorted for all the internals are done. Okay, now I'm just going to sort by teacher now, so that I've got all the classes. Now you could do that by subject, because they're normally individual. They have a number for each teacher, but I'm just going to do it by teacher. So that will be this sort button, and I'll go ascending, and it's going to expand the selection, so it's going to include everything there. Now if there's any gaps, if you've got any columns which haven't been filled in yet, it won't expand the full selection, so you need to make sure at this point there's no gaps, or you need to highlight the whole thing and select by teacher. But as I sort, you'll see it'll highlight all of that and then it'll sort them. There you go. Oh, actually, I made a mistake there. I've put I need that column to be at the top, so we'll edit, copy, edit, delete, shift cells up. Okay, so you'll see me making mistakes as I go here. Let's insert a row, and now we'll put that one in there. Edit, paste. Okay. Right, now my headings, I'm only going to paste them the first time, because once the headings are on sheet 1, we won't need them again. So I'm going to highlight down to the whole of teacher B. So we've got teacher B there. Edit, copy. I'll shrink this one down. I'm going to put this into class 1 over there. Edit, paste. Okay. Now see, I had more people in there. Now, sorry, I had more people in there than I had in my example, so it's pasted over it. If you've got less, you'll have a few at the bottom here that are just there, and you just need to delete them. Just like I have got. No, I haven't got this school hasn't set up total credits or periods absent in their markbook. If you've got it, you can paste it in. You can do it column by column, but all they're interested in is the results that they've got. Okay, so I've now got all of my stuff in there. I need my teacher name, which in this case is teacher B, and I need to just count up how many kids I've got, and it's 31, and then return that, and you'll see it's worked out my pass rates there. I'm now going to sort by ethnicity. Sort by ethnicity. Ascending. Let's expand the selection. Oh, I'll undo that. Didn't like that. It's because I included that whole thing, those columns there. So I'm going to just go. Show you how to do this properly. So highlight that section, and we're going to sort by ascending, and then we've got our ethnicity sorted. Now, in this class, there's only one Maori student, so I'm going to highlight that student, edit, copy, draw them in there, edit, paste. As you can see, I've still got some data in there, so I'll just get rid of what's in there from my example. You won't have to do this on any of the sheets, it's just this one. Right, and then I have teacher B has already jumped in there. I've got one Maori student, return. And we can see the numbers there now. Obviously with one student, it's either a pass or a fail, but it's also with one student, it's easy to focus on improving Maori achievement in your class. So I don't think the low numbers really matter too much. Okay, so that's our first class done. If we jump back to, so we're going to go to class 2 next, and it gets much quicker now once we've sorted everything, we will get teacher G. Edit, copy, jump back into there. Now we don't need the headings this time because they're already there, and you'll see that the names have jumped in from sheet 1. So once you've done sheet 1, everything's already there for you. We'll arrange these by ascending to Maori students. Edit, copy, edit, paste. Our numbers, teacher G, and our numbers there are 20, and teacher G, our number there is 2, return. There's all our numbers jumped in, just check that everything's okay there. So what we should be seeing now is if I jump to the summary page, 2 readings from each one. Yep, okay, just always worth checking that nothing strange has happened. Class 3, again, same again. Highlight teacher N. Oh. Undo clear. Sorry, I'll do that again. Highlight teacher N. Edit, copy, paste. So I'm just going to be repeating this process for several classes, so if you understood that bit you might want to fast forward. But I've got teacher N, numbering class 27, teacher N, Maori students I haven't done yet, so I'll just highlight there. Sort by ascending to Maori students. Edit, copy, edit, paste. You'll see that once you've done the first one, it's pretty quick just to do everything else. Class 4. Go back to here. We had teacher N. Now we're on to teacher S. Now, one thing that might happen is you might have a teacher who's got 2 classes, and you could tell that by the timetable class. So if you had teacher S but these numbers were mixed up, you might want to separate those out by sorting by this column as well. Edit, copy, shrink that down, edit, paste, and sort by ascending. And we've got 4 Maori students there. Edit, copy, edit, paste. 4 Maori students, teacher S. 21 students, teacher S. Tables coming out okay. It's 5, back to the street. Teacher T. 6. This is the last class for this school. Yeah, okay. So hopefully my repetition of this has made it pretty straightforward to know what's going on. Copy, shrink, edit, paste, arrange, ascending. Most Maori students in that class. Edit, copy, edit, paste. Maori students, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Maori students. For teacher W. And all together in the class we have 28 for teacher W. Return. Okay. I think that's everybody. Okay, so why do we want to go through this process? Let's go back to class 1. If we're looking at this class, we can see that the pass rate is well below that 85%, and that's a discussion I want to have with the teacher about, okay, where are we aiming to be? Is there a reason we're at this percentage? We've done 5 standards. We've got quite a lot of standards. They might be doing external standards. I just realised that should be equal to that. I don't know why that was the case. I'm just noticing that it hasn't got the name of the standard. You can just make that by clicking on that box and pressing equals, and then clicking on there, and it will carry that into there. I'm not sure if that's the case for all of them. Yeah, that seems to be a bit of an issue with the template, so I'll make sure I get that fixed. Right, so if we're looking at individual classes, obviously you can look at the class performance as they're progressing through the year and discuss with the teacher. So this is what we're looking for, kind of the data and ongoing, and saying, okay, what can we do? Can we improve? Is there anything we can learn from the previous standard that will make a difference for this standard? And obviously you can do the same for Maori students. Where's it working well for Maori students? So if we jump to that class that has the most Maori students, they seem to be doing better in this class on English 1.5 and 1.7. So just a discussion around why that might be. Why would that be better? This class up here, why are they doing so well on 111 and 1.2? Now, I don't know the English standard, so honestly I couldn't have that discussion, but within your department you should be having a discussion like that. And then if you look at the summary page, we've got the 6 classes that we have, and we can look at how the pass rates are going. So this teacher has got a great pass rate here and 100% Maori pass rate. There might be a reason for that. This one is the weakest, so we need to have a discussion about that. And it's just those discussions around data. Where is the Maori pass rate impressive? Well, it looks like the numbers are small, but hundreds and 50s come out. You could probably pick out a standard where the students are doing better. Sorry, I'm rambling a little bit now. Hopefully that's been useful. That shows you how to analyse your markbook summary so that you got percentage pass rates. Now remember, the reason we're doing this outside of KAMAR is because we're including that not submitted column, which doesn't appear in your KAMAR data. So your KAMAR data here is only going to include these students. Now obviously those 11 students there is going to make a big difference to those percentage pass rates. The percentage pass rates would look much better if you just included those, and that's what KAMAR's doing. So you want an overall picture, and that's why we're dragging the information out of KAMAR to do that data analysis. Okay. If you would like to ask any questions, please contact me at i.mchale@auckland.ac.nz. Thank you very much.